Well, howdy everybody. I'm happy to introduce Clara today. Clara, she almost needs no introduction to me, but so Clara is currently studying out of the Paul College of Business and Economics, getting a Bachelor's of Arts in Economics, focused in public policy and sustainability. So from day one, Clara like really hit the ground running with us, and she became like really vital to how we operate as a company. She always brought a can-do attitude, an entirely new perspective to the company. With her diligence and help, we're actually able to develop an entirely new offering this summer, which, funny enough, coming off of the last presentation, it's helping corporate offices and businesses handle their waste streams. So, kudos to Clara for completely revamping our business. She carries that same work ethic and diligence throughout her life and her plans for the future. But honestly, without further ado, I'd rather you meet the woman herself. So I'll just turn it right over to Clara so you can see for yourself just like how good she is at what she does. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mikey. No, you're giving me a bit too much credit there, I think, but I appreciate it. And again, thank you for the amazing opportunity this summer. So I'll get right into it. My work at Scrapp this summer incorporated two main programs that are run by Scrapp. So the first that I worked on in the beginning of the summer was focusing on brands and retailers, which consisted of reaching out to brands and retailers to offer better insights into the recyclability of products, while collecting the necessary data for Scrap to relay these findings to consumers. The second portion of this project this summer was what Mikey was just mentioning, which is focusing on corporate offices through the Separation Station program, which is Scrap's new initiative to expand impact by reaching companies' employee bases and offering employees opportunities to gain awareness and become more educated on recycling guidance, while also allowing companies to dive deeper into their scope 3 emissions through waste production. And the reason my project this summer really pivoted is that we saw really great results in response rates while focusing on the separation station. So that was kind of the reasoning for the pivot midway through the summer. And over the course of this opportunity, my work has really taught me a lot about what it is like to work at a startup. So these experiences of pivoting was really some of the greatest benefits of the summer for me. Working at a startup really allows you to see the direct impact that you're having on an organization as well as all of its stakeholders. So this showed me the importance of this flexibility, especially while working on such a small team, as my project pivoted many times throughout the summer. And so you can see here, over the course of the summer, generated close to 90 leads actually as of today, with 8 opportunities recognized, which is someone showing demonstrated interest, and then 6 final proposals for collaboration. So you can go to the next slide, please. So my efforts over the course of the summer really helped to give Scrap a better look into their sales and outreach and where efforts could be the most successful and efficient. With each successfully added lead, opportunity, or proposal, I was able to gain a lot of experience in presenting to leaders in sustainability, while also helping Scrap to collect data and therefore increase the accessibility of recycling guidance. So by tracking the efficiency of different methods, I'm able to gauge and relay which methods of sales and outreach worked better than others and to what extent. So this graphic is really fun because it represents the way that Scrap is targeting bigger corporations, municipalities, to gain partnerships and specifically data in order to relay that information as education and awareness back to consumers. All right, next slide. Thank you. And then again, data really plays a key role in Scrap's efforts to help the world recycle right, which leads data to play a really large role as the ultimate goal of my project. So with each proposal that I completed that led to data being gathered, Scrap is really able to expand its greater impact on the goals to deter waste from landfills and provide consumers with that increased awareness of their waste and consumption. So I'd really like to say thank you to Mikey and Evan at Scrap, also Ali and Faina and my fellows in my advisory group, and then everybody at the Sustainability Institute for their work to bring this opportunity to students.
Great. Thank you so much, Claire, for another great presentation. So we've got a question in the chat that I'm going to combine with one of my own questions about something you mentioned regarding working at a startup this summer. So that now that you've worked at a startup and had that experience, what are some of the benefits of working at a startup for sustainability work? What might you be able to do there that you couldn't at a bigger company?
Yeah, definitely. So I think this is really specific to Scrap, and it's actually something that I heard Mikey say in the past, but talking about sustainability, especially in a startup sense, Scrapp is able to be fundamentally sustainable in the work that they're doing and not just having kind of sustainability initiatives to a bigger, broader project or program or organization. And so that has been one of the biggest advantages that I've seen or benefits is being able to see that direct impact that you're having with every kind of accomplishment you have like the greater impact of a fundamentally sustainable program or initiative moving forward.
Great, thanks so much, Clara. And one more quick question for you. What types of data sets are really needed to support this underlying, to support this database that goes into Scrapp? What types of information are you collecting?
Yeah, so it really depends on two parts of data, which is the back end for Scrap to be able to relay this information, which is different recycling schemes from all over the world, so different municipalities. And then the front end, which is that product data. So we gather data on different materials and like the details of packaging for different products. So with those combined, it really leads consumers to be able to have recycling guidance based on their location and the product that they're trying to correctly dispose of.